Subbing.
Standard, yeah.
Standard?
I don't have a handcrafted shaft in here. But I do have a hazardous smoke, which is lovely.
Where is your car in?
Yeah.
In the main car park?
No. My clubs aren't in it. I just brought my 6 on.
So you can do a little test on your man.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to test
That's wrenching golf.
movable weights and the awareness and not the awareness of the weight being moved. Because this is something that's intrigued me for a long time and I want to do more on this.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens. Let's set it in his gaming position and get some stock shots. So you would set that up normal in the middle.
I'm normal these days.
And then we're going to play.
Normal these days.
Right, Matt's going to start in his standard driver and we're going to collect a few shots.
Oh, that's that.
I've seen that
We'll have to wait to see what comes out.
All right.
Oh my word! Look at that kid.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Bear with. We'll take the driver if you can leave the room.
I need to leave the room.
Yeah, because we need to chat. We're going to have a chat with Lester. He gets lonely.
Go and buy a Mars bar off him.
That'll make him so happy.
That'll make his day.
Happy boy, that.
I'll get him to put the kettle on, actually. Yeah, get that kettle on.
He's gone, so let's go main draw and in the shaft. So as much draw as you can put into that club. So we've turned the screen off.
Okay.
And Dan's going to cover the launch monitor as well, I think.
Okay.
And obviously you need to swing and not look at this club.
Yes.
So be careful, it's so instinctive on the follow through to wing it back and then twirl the club and yeah?
Yeah.
So no looking, I want just to hit. Dan's going to change the iPad.
I can, if it's changed, you might have changed lie as well. Is it just, are you not telling me anything?
You do whatever you want to do. All you got to try and do is hit target. I don't care what you do, just don't look. You can obviously look at the head.
So after I've hit a few shots, I'm going to say that this is here and here, am I?
I don't know. You can do if you want to. You say whatever you want. I don't mind what you say.
Okay. Fine.
I just want to change the club without
it
you
looks
knowing what it's
upright
done.
to me. That looks upright.
Right, we're ready to hit a few more. Don't look at this screen either. Cool, put the club down, that's it, pop it down, well done. Cool, club down, well done. So 2 shots. Any ideas?
Is this a trick that you haven't changed it?
I haven't said anything. Any ideas or not?
I have no idea.
No idea what that's doing or what's happened.
I think I know what my shots are doing, but I have no idea what
we've done to the club.
Doesn't feel any different.
Okay, we'll just hit 2 more.
I reckon that was a good. I don't reckon there's a lot on that.
What shape do you reckon you got out of that last
Maybe
one?
a little. Don't know.
Don't know what shape.
No.
You think it was pretty straight?
Yeah.
I'm down to crunch the numbers. Tried to work out what on earth this person even is.
Are they good shots?
So the first batch obviously is your own club and this without your shaft.
Yeah.
As close as we can get without you going down. The second batch was the most draw if you turn it upside down. So heavy draw setting in the neck.
Yeah.
And then I think he's put it in the draw setting in the
Draw normal.
in
loft.
the back and then draw in the. So loft stayed the same, but he's made it as drawy as possible.
Yeah.
Come have a look. Oh, there we go,
Well,
strikes.
let's get
Let's
you
go
into
strike
normal.
to start off actually.
So-
Strike's the interesting bit. So there's strike with your normal setting,
Yeah.
high toes.
Yeah.
And then if Dan flips that now to the draw setting, definitely change strike.
Yeah.
So if you think about it now,
it didn't feel different, no.
No.
No, because
my
you're
CG's
probably still
moving. I'm
yeah,
still
but
towing it.
CG's only moving millimeters.
I'm still towing it though compared to it, aren't I?
I reckon that one's hitting. 2 of them are hitting and 2 of them are toe. It's moving millimeters.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting question then, right? So changeable. Actually, if it changes strike, then everything else now, is it irrelevant? Right, we're not comparing apples to apples anymore now, are we? Because you hit it differently. Because how many people are changing necks or buying drawing drivers and setting their club up to draw to change strike? Now, I know Liam does this on tour ranges. I've seen him do it. He changes strike because obviously with those guys, you're literally trying to, you know, you don't want to change their face to paths or their paths. You want them just to slightly have a different drop off or spin. And he says, like, I'm going to change this. Watch this. I'll change this lie.
Like what's
and
quite
we'll change where he hits this on the face, and then we'll see a slightly different shape.
Like, what's quite interesting, I think, is the not being aware of anything. So what's quite interesting is that me not knowing anything was like
with the screen off,
that
off.
Yeah, because I think
seeing the bottom of it.
I think like our field test, if there's something that I can go by, I'll start thinking that's faded. I'll try and correct that. Whereas I'm just
hitting
whack, 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 and I guess they've all gone slightly right then, have they?
Yeah. Well,
So if you show him direction then, show what happened to direction. So in theory the draw one should be more left than the right ones. That is his normal one.
4 good, 1 awful.
that was the first shot you hit, wasn't it? Down the bottom there of the toe.
And then flip it to the draw dispersion. I mean,
so for me,
there's no draw in there, is there?
No. If anything, and this is what I'm saying, that the strike had moved enough. You know, if you think about where the strike was. So if you go to the
what would that do to
shot,
start direction?
Start further left.
Should have started further left. But if you look, his strike average was 16 millimeters in the toe on the standard setup.
Yeah.
When we put it into more draw, but we made the club more upright as well, the strike moved. It's still in the toe, but it's 12 millimeters less, more towards the centre on an average.
You said something then just a second ago that I think you said changing it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
You'll override it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But if my bad drive is an extreme toe and a duck hook or a big block, isn't it? So if that strike's moved, like I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna win the tournament that week, and then I'll override it and we'll do a different way.
So then, yeah, I agree. So then what you're saying is that
Liam
people
needs
should
to
be
be there
changing
all
their
the time.
drivers every week, should they? They should be tinkering.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Checkups type stuff. Because that strike there makes me want to move it.
Yeah. Because it's certainly not doing anything to curvature,
No,
which is what you would be scared of.
Yeah.
Because they write the word draw in there.
Yes.
Why do you think they put the word draw in there? Why do they put draw there? Whose decision is that?
So
Think about the construction of that product. There'll be engineers who will be going, we need it to do X, Y, and Z. This isn't just Callaway, they all do it.
Yeah.
Titleist, Taylormade, they'll write draw fade.
Yeah.
So
whose decision to put draw?
You know when they did like in previous models when they put weight here and things like that, saying draw and fade and all that. I was under the understanding initially that it was to slow this. More weight you put in this area here, it slows this point down and allows the toe of the club to start quickening up. Does that make sense? So as it comes through, this slows down and then squares the face up more for those
You
players.
just do Matt's face the pass for both ones. Just face the pass.
Where are we here? Stop there.
1.5 open on the draw
1.5
setting.
face the path to the right draw, and then what about on the? If you take the toe ball out, 1.8. Is that the same?
Well, it's 1.3.
0.3. There you go. It's the same now. 0.2.
0.2.
So it had no effect on the. So
your path is 1.6 left.
It's the same on the other as well.
So path and face have not changed. Strike's the only thing that's changed.
Yeah. Strike is the thing that's changed.
Whose decision is that?
I don't know the answer to that, but I'm guessing the manufacturing team.
Bang.
Marketing. Why do people think shaft flex relates to speed?
Marketing.
Because marketing are given some products,
Yeah.
and they've got to simplify to sell. That's their job. They'll go into a room and say, how can we tell this complex story in a way that doesn't upset people and makes it simple for them to consume and then purchase? If you swing at this speed, you go this shaft, and you swing at this speed, you get this shaft. Marketing don't know if that's right or wrong, but it's simple and it works.
Yeah.
That's got the word draw written there, like all of them, not a dig at Callaway or any of them, Taylormade, Titleist, they'll all say draw and fade generally, because if I'm stood in a shop and I fade it and there's one written with draw on the bottom, can I try that?
Yeah.
Can we get it in the draw setting? It's disappointing. But I reckon as well, on the flip side, if you didn't put draw and fade on there and mark it as draw and fade, you'd sell less and wouldn't do as well. That'd be disappointing, because the manufacturer's money is spread across this game throughout more than people realise. Like the pros need these people, the tours need these people. They need to be selling clubs. Gotta be.
I'm seeing this from what I've seen today. I'm seeing that this actually is gonna, think about the player that comes in here for a fitting, big slice of the ball, start pushing weight into the draw area, and which they're gonna do when they get on the golf course and all that. It's actually hindering that. It's moving his strike more into the heel, which is then in turn going to start to push it that way. We didn't see any movement in slowing the toe down, or slowing the heel down to quicken up the toe, from what this would indicate, i.e. changing his face.
Yeah.
That, from what I can see, is only going to hurt the person that moves the ball from left to right.
I think it's a very good point. Most cutters would be generally heel based, I would say.
Yeah.
And if that's moving strike more into the heel than it is doing anything to face and path, which I would believe, it is, then I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
Should we try then now where he now knows where that is? Let's leave it in the same setting and hit some. I think Matt knowing it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah. I'm better not knowing, aren't I? So if you think that if I move my driver towards this part,
Yeah. And upright. The
And
uprightness
upright.
is doing that.
you think that my pattern will change in a few weeks?
Well, you'd have to test. If I was going to guess.
I'm going home and I'm whacking it and draw.
So here you go then. My question.
At the moment I am, before we do this live.
So my question with that. What do you think? Will he keep?
I know what you're going to say, but I'm not sure if it's going to shift him. Like I don't know enough about his game to make me say yes. Well, it might shift this bit initially, but are you then going to move more towards the toe later on? I couldn't answer that.
So, if everything's in the neutral position, you actively choose to hit it out the toe, do you?
No.
Of course you don't. What makes you hit it out the toe? It's your delivery. So the toe is relative to the centre of gravity more than it is the face. And I reckon that's true for you. You've just tracked the CG straight away there.
Yeah.
So why, if I give you a club where the CG is on, if you had two heads and the CG was on this side and you didn't know, you'd hit one ear where it just feels ridiculous, and then you'd try the other head and you'd just keep it in that head. Why would you not still be toe side of wherever the CG is?
No, I know that, but the middleness has moved, hasn't it? I know in relationship to CG, I'm tracking.
So here you go then.
But will I hit one off of here now? It's still in the same setting.
Well, you won't hit one. You'll hit 1 millimeters equivalent. But then arguably, so you'll be less on this curve of the face if it's millimeters that way. So I reckon you'll still get.
Yeah.
Based on your path.
If it makes you just never hit that high toe in relationship to the CG.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
But I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
Because that's you.
Because I just don't want a hooky low ball.
Oh, I do.
I know.
Sorry, Dan, what were you going to say?
No, based on what. So when Mark hits it, Mark's always generally hitting it into like this position here.
Yeah.
So high toe is sort of his sweet spot.
Yeah.
Because the sweet spot will move depending on his delivery.
Yeah.
But your path is more into out. So you'll be like 1 or 2 degrees into out when you play. Matt is out to in.
Off the toe.
So bye-bye. So his sweet spot is actually not where the toe area. He needs it to be more towards the centre as much as he possibly can, based on the
moving that way. Will definitely on that test has brought his centre of gravity and strike closer together.
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, I think you should change it.
He will change it. He definitely will.
I want to see the result.
And then he'll hit a massive snap up, and he'll sit in the buggy going, "This is stupid."
Click, 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 click.
Dan's just such a tinkerer.
Yeah. Why does he do it?
Can we change that field?
That's changed.
Yeah.
Cool. I've put he knows.
Okay, so this is now he knows it's in the draw setting, and you just hit and target. I think it's interesting he couldn't feel the difference. Do you?
No, I can't. Couldn't feel it at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known where that weight was.
Which is what most people watching the video, I would guess, would be no clue where it is.
And we said it in a video the other day, I think. You, compared to my wedges, I would feel you wouldn't.
Yes,
that type
100%, yeah.
Bloody interested in this game, isn't it?
It's better behind the camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
By the way, you're all doing this wrong.
Yeah. Like that feels a little high.
That's a high
middle.
cut in the high draw setting.
Middle.
That's high. Yeah. So you'll look 1 millimetre in the toe there.
High toe.
High toe. Still out to in by 1.9.
No duck balls, is there?
No, you're not reacting to that club. You're doing your delivery.
Yeah.
You're reacting to the CG more than anything.
Yeah. Player.
Which is what most, even your average player does it, unless they're a dotter. If they hit everyone in the face, you can't find patterns.
That's a toe. There you go. I reckon that's a toe.
No, it's middle. It's 1 millimetre in the heel.
Oh,
Can I just do something?
How's that a toe?
So keep the weight where it is.
Look where it went.
Yeah.
Would you keep that in that setting or not?
So you've hit 2 shots there. 1 millimetre in the toe, 1 millimetre in the heel, and you've.
What did that then? What did that?
That my path is just left, is it?
Yeah,
That
half
is
is left.
paths 2 left, which is no different, and the face is half closed. But I mean, that's half. You've had a 0 and a 0.6 here. It's nothing. That was more toe. Is that correct?
That felt.
What is giving that? Oh, his path is left. Yes, half closed, isn't it? Which is giving it the 8 left.
What I'm saying is now, instead of having his club sat up this way, if we just flattened that down a fraction, that might start to move your strike possibly more towards, like I think if we can get you 2 millimetres in the toe rather than 1, or heel, might just help you a fraction.
Yeah,
When you
we'll
start
do
getting 16
we'll do
millimetres in the
coach's
toe.
individual feed session in a second.
Yeah.
I just want to see what happens in
You want me to hit more?
Yeah, I do. You already hit 2, haven't you?
Because now I've got numbers, like I want to start changing a few things too.
You do what you would do if you were playing. You just do like a gaming situation. React to what all the senses you've got now.
Like I would move path right like that and try and hit up on it more.
And it's way in the toe as well.
So 50, back
Is
to
that
15 mil in the
path
toe.
straight,
Yeah.
Past it,
hit up on
0.2.
it more.
Up 1.8. I don't know what your attack was before.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. That's changed.
More up.
Angle attack, yeah, more up.
Like that's what I would do now on the course.
And then you've got this, but it's quite a long way left.
Yeah, but I'm not aiming really.
Do
I'm,
aim.
Like
Do aim.
that's what you would see on the course, isn't it? That.
You drawing them?
Yeah, like when I'm bombing, I'm like
Yeah,
out there. Could be a little left. Little left.
17 spin left. It's a centred strike. Face only
Slightly
1.6 closed.
Slightly lower
apart.
than what you've
Lower
been
than the
doing.
others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only like you're still above centre.
Yeah, that felt low, that did.
So you see what's happening? He now knows he's changing things.
Tinkering more.
So again, like in all club testing, we're not really testing the club here, are we?
No, it's just me all the time.
We're testing you.
It was better when there was nothing on.
Yeah. But still then that just changed strike.
Yeah. So you're right, I do start to adjust, don't I?
Everyone does.
Like within 4 shots.
Yeah. If you give it 2 weeks, you'll be
Yeah.
back down the same shit pit you've always been in.
Yeah. Still duck hooking, still blocking. Brilliant.
That's why the R&A win.
Yeah.
They know this.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Point proved. You just got to wait with that.
Have that one.
18 millimeters in the toe.
Yeah. With the face right.
Tracking.
High draw setting. Sorry, wrong
Basically,
way.
Not tracking a lot there.
No, that's it.
Everyone get a regular or a stiff 9 degree and get better at your skills.
Your best. I was watching the ball flights on all of the shots that you hit, and without looking at the numbers, your best ball flight was when it was absolutely neutral. 0-0 all the way through that club.
Yeah.
That's where I could see the ball was.
Oh, so his first one.
First lot of hits.
Minus the
all
one
line
toe.
balls. All line
My
balls.
first drive was always like that,
Yeah.
though, on the
Except for the
first
toe one.
A
The rest of
funny
them were all like arrow. And then when we start messing about with it, you could start to see the ball just moving around a bit more.
When I do the work with PGA Tour players and European Tour players, who was it last night? Stallings didn't even know what angle attack was. I said, do you know what angle attack is? He said, that's way too technical for me. If you
Yeah,
think
I remember that, yeah.
If you think about Matt, the lack of knowledge, if he had it, if he was a player, I think would help him.
Help me, yeah, totally. Just
Don't tell me what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit a
Because
draw.
as soon
right.
as you tell me what it is, what happened in that last lot, you just started reacting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I see. I've done it. I love tinkering with clubs to a certain extent, certainly in here, because it helps me be a better teacher. Helps me understand more. I went round in circles moving weight as I just tracked it, trying to change shots, and then I just kind of kept tracking it back to always ended up in the same place, which is I had to be better.
Yeah.
And you see it online, you see it in comments, and you see it in forums. People want to talk about X, Y, and Z. Just get out the office a bit earlier and go and play. Do
Yeah.
some work, get off the forum, finish earlier, go and practice. The words draw there to try and sell it to you. There was no draw in any of that for you.
That's not tip stiff though, bro. That's the problem.
Handcrafted.